Dear students, the next episode is G31. In the previous episode, that is G30, we closed with chapter application of trigonometry. And the next chapter, that is chapter number 10, that is circles. In this chapter, what will be circle? What is the circle? That means in a plane, any point move with respect to a fixed point, that is the circle. Then the path traced by that point is a circle. That is any point in this B move with respect to the fixed point O. Then the path traced by that point is a circle. Or a circle is the group of all points equidistant from a fixed point, that is a circle. Then the path traced by the circle is known as circumference of the circle, and the fixed point is the center of the circle. The distance of any point on the circle from center is radius. Choice of the radius is the diameter. We know that the line joining any two points on a circle is a chord. The longest chord is always passes through the center. Therefore, half of that longest chord, that is diameter, it is radius. Then, in this chapter, we discuss about the circle and the tangent of a circle. In this case, we know that there is a circle with the center origin, center O. Then there is a line, that line is AB. This line cut to the circle at the 2 points, that is at A and B. Therefore, this line is known as a transverse line. What is the transverse line? Any line cut to a circle at 2 points, that is known as a transverse line. Then we know that this B move to a side. Therefore, this is the chord, or it is the transverse line. Then finally, that B coincides with A, that is AB. That is, AB is a transverse line. That line cut to the circle at 2 points. That B moved to A, finally coincides with A. There is only one common point to the circle and the line. Therefore, this line is known as a tangent. And what is a tangent? Any line touch a circle, that line is known as a tangent. That means there is only one common point between the circle and the line, that is a tangent. Therefore, at the point in A, we can draw only one tangent into the circle. That means for any point into a circle, there is only one tangent can be drawn. For each point, there are several tangents can be drawn, but there is only one tangent can be drawn to a circle at a fixed point. That point is known as a point of tangency. Then we know that this is the radius segment, and we know that all lines, these are the lines, yes, these lines. These are the lines. Similarly, the lines, these are the lines. That means these lines cut to the tangent at the circle. These points be outside the circle. Therefore, this external angle always greater. That means when the length of the tangent, that line from center to the tangent decreases, angle is also decreases. At this point, there is an angle, then angle increases. That means at a point this is the shortest length to the tangent, but all the lengths are in there. That means the angle against the larger side is larger, or longer side is larger. Angle against the smaller side is smaller. That is the ninth portion that is used in geometry. Therefore, if the length from the center to the tangent increases, angle is also increases. Finally, it will coincide with this one, that is the radius segment. Therefore, less length is always less than increases. That means angle increases, length increases. Finally, all the points of this tangents be outside the circle, but at this point P, that is on the circle. Therefore, that angle increases, then the length decreases, angle decreases. Similarly, in left side and right side. Finally, it will coincide with the OP. That is the radius segment. Therefore, angle at this point is 90 degrees. That means any tangent and the radius segments at the point of tangency are perpendicular to one another. This is the center. OP is our radius. AB is the tangent. Then the tangent and the radius segment at the point of tangency are perpendicular. Listen, this is the diameter P2. There is also another tangent at the P2, that is ours. The angle of these two is 90 degrees, is also 90 degrees. Therefore, P2 is the diameter of the circle. The tangent at the P is AB, the tangent at the Q is ours. We know that the angle at the Q and the P are 90 degrees. The sum of the triangles given by any two lines with a transverse line is 180 degrees. We know that they are parallel. Otherwise, it is not parallel. That means angle at the Q 90 degree, angle at the P 90 degree, sum of these two is 180. Therefore, angle by a transverse line PQ, sum of the included angle, interior angle is 180 degree, they are parallel. Therefore, the tangents at the end of any diameter are parallel to each other. There is another basic theorem for that tangent. Then, that is theorem number 1. Theorem number 1. That is 10.1. A tangent and the radius segment at the point of tangency are perpendicular to each other. Are perpendicular to each other. That is the first theorem for the tangent to a circle. That means any tangent and the radius segment at the point of tangency are perpendicular to each other. The second case of that one is what? The tangents at the end of a diameter are parallel to each other. That is the second part of that one is tangents at the points of diameter are parallel. That is the second part of this theorem. First theorem is what that is telling going to one a tangent E on the radius segments at the point of tangent C of the on the basis of that one we get the second theorem of that. That means what? The tangents at the end of diameter are parallel to each other. That is condition. That is tangent P, tangent Q, they are making 90 degree. Sum of the angle is 180 degree. That means sum of the input angle between a transverse line is 180 degree. The original lines are parallel. Therefore, tangent P and tangent Q are parallel. That is the second theorem of that first. Then let us consider second theorem. That is an important theorem. Second theorem, these are important theorem. It's an important theorem. That is theorem number 10.2. That is known as tangent segment theorem. That is 10.2. That's it. We know that at any point on a circle there is only one tangent can be drawn. But from a point to a circle, that is from a point P to a circle, there are two tangents can be drawn. That is PA and PB. O is the center of the circle. OA radius, OB radius. OP is the distance of that point from center. That means at a point on a circle there is only one tangent can be drawn, that is tangent at A, tangent at B. But from an external point into a circle, only two tangents can be drawn. But in a sphere means there is that is in three-dimensional. In a sphere there are several tangents from a point to a circle. That means there are several, this is example. There are several tangents to the circle. That is because it is not a circle, it is a sphere. Therefore, for a sphere, there are infinite tangents can be drawn to the from one point. But for a circle, there is only two tangents can be drawn from a point to the circle. Therefore, the tangent segment theorem is the tangents from the statement is tangents from a point to a circle are equal in length. There are two tangents can be drawn to a circle from an external point, but the length of the tangents from a point to a circle are equal in length. That is known as tangent segment theorem. That is the theorem, and there is a proof for that theorem. First of all, statement. PA and PB are the tangents to the circle with center. Oh, that is the tangent. P and PB are the tangents into the circle with center O. that PA is equal to PB. That is the statement. Then OA and OB are the radius. Okay. OP is the distance of the point from center. We know that the any radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of tangency. That is proof. OA is equal to OB. What is the reason? Radius segments. They are equal. For any circle, there is only one radius. There are some radius segments, but there is only one radius. Therefore, OA is equal to OB. Angle OAB is equal to angle OBP is equal to 90 degree. What's the reason? Tangent and radius are perpendicular. That's the reason. So, any tangent and the radius at the point of tangency are perpendicular. That's the reason. OA is equal to OB, that is one side. Angle A and angle B are equal to 90 degree. That is given. Therefore, we can do right angle triangles. OP is equal to OP. What's the reason? Common. Therefore, OAP is a right angle triangle at the A. OBP is also another right angle triangle at the B. OA is equal to OB, that means one side are equal. OP is equal to OP, that is hypotenuse are equal. In 9th class, we know that RHS theorem. What's RHS theorem? One side and the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle are equal to one side or corresponding side and the hypotenuse of another right angle triangle. They are congruent. That means these two triangles are right angle triangles. The angle A and B are equal to 90 degree. OP is the hypotenuse, they are same, therefore they are equal. OA and OB are the radius segments, they are also equal. Therefore, triangle OAP congruent triangle OBB. What is the reason? RHS theorem for congruency. Congruency means angles are equal and sides are equal. Therefore, that two triangles are congruent. Angles are equal but sides are proportional. They are similar triangles. Angles are equal and sides are equal. They are congruent triangles. Therefore, OA is equal to OB side. OP is equal to OP side. Angle A is equal to angle B is equal to 90 degree, that is right angle. Therefore, triangle OAP and triangle OBP are congruent, that is RHS theorem. Therefore, PA is equal to PB. What is the condition? Simplicity. What is simplicity? Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. This is the proof of that theorem, that is tangent segment theorem. Then first is what? Any line cut a circle at 2 points, it is known as a transverse line. One point moved towards the first point and it finally coincide with the first point. We know that transverse line be a tangent at the first point. Therefore, for a circle and a line, there is only one common point. Therefore, it is known as a tangent. At any point on a circle, there is only one tangent that can be drawn. There are two tangents can be drawn at the end points of the diameter. We know that these two tangents are parallel to each other because any tangent is perpendicular to the radius segment at the point of tangent C. That is the first theorem. Then second theorem is tangent segment theorem. At a point of the circle there is only one tangent can be drawn, but from an external point two tangents or pair of tangents can be drawn to a circle. And the length of the tangents from external point to a circle are equal in measure. That is known as tangent segment theorem. That means the tangents from any point to a circle are equal in length. To prove for that one, consider a circle with the center O, and PA and PB are the tangents to the circle from an external point P. Therefore, PA and PB are the tangents from a point P to the circle with the center O. We have to prove that PA is equal to PB, that is tangents are equal in length. For that one, join to OA and A, that is a radius segment, O and B, that is also a radius segment. Join OP, that is POP is the distance of that point from origin, or so not origin, from center of the circle. We know that OA is equal to, that is proof for that. We have to prove that PA is equal to PB. Proof. First of all, OA is equal to OB. That means they are the radius segments. They are equal. Angle OAP is equal to angle OBP is equal to 90 degree because tangent and the radius segment at the point of tangent C are perpendicular. OP is equal to OP, that is common. Therefore, triangle OAP congruent triangle OBP, that is RHS. That means one side is radius OA and OB, other side is hypotenuse OP and OB. Therefore, using RHS theorem, triangle OAP congruent triangle OBP. Therefore, the corresponding parts are equal. That is OA is equal to OB. PA is equal to PB. That is CP, CP. That is the proof of this triangle. Clear? Therefore, there are two theorems for that circle. One is a tangent and the radius segment at the point of tangent C are equal. And the second theorem is what? Tangent segment theorem. Therefore, these are the main theory part of the chapter, that is 10th chapter, circles. Then let us consider problems from the exercise. First exercise is objective type question, that is true or false question or filling the blanks questions. That is the first exercise of 10.10. That is exercise 10.1. All questions are simple and they are objective type questions or true or false questions or filling the blank questions. Therefore, all the questions of that exercise 10.1 for your homework. There are 4 questions in exercise 10.1. They are for your homework. Then exercise 10.2. That is the second part. Therefore, in this episode, let us consider circles and exercise 10.2. That is the exercise. In this exercise, first, second, third are objective type questions. Question number page number 230, exercise 10.2. First, second, third questions are objective type questions that for your homework. Then question number 4. Question number 4. Prove that The tangent is plural. The tangents at the ends of diameter are parallel. That is the question. That is also given. For the proof of that one, consider a circle. This is the diameter PQ or AB. There are two tangents, PQ and S. O is the center. Answer. Prove that PQ parallel to RS. This is the proof. For that one, proof. AB is the diameter of a circle with center O. PQ is the tangent at the A. RS is the tangent at the B. Angle OAQ is equal to angle OBS is equal to 90 degrees because tangent is perpendicular to the radius. To radius at the point. That is the reason. Angle OAQ plus angle OBS is equal to 190 degrees. The sum of the angles between the lines is 180 degree. They are parallel. Therefore, PQ parallel to RS. What's the reason? Sum of interior angles in same side lines are parallel. Parallel, that's the reason. This is the proof. Therefore, PQ is parallel to us. Okay. Then question number 5 for your homework. Question number 5 homework. Question number 6. Question number 6. Length of tangents from A at a distance 5 centimeter from center is 4 centimeter, 5 radius. Yes. That is question number, that is fifth question, homework question number 6 for your program. A, B, center O. We know that the radius and the tangent are perpendicular. Therefore, this is the base and the radius is the altitude, distance is the hypotenuse. That is, this is the that form a right angle triangle. Therefore, using Pythagoras relation, we get then we got that AB is equal to what? But the length of the tangent from a point at a distance 5 centimeter from center is 4. Therefore, AB is equal to 4 centimeter. Then OA is equal to 5. We can find out OB. Therefore, hypotenuse OA, base AB, altitude O. Therefore, OB square is equal to, that is by relation, OA square minus AB square. Is equal to 5 square minus 4 square. So, 25 minus 16 is equal to 9. Therefore, OB is equal to root 9 is equal to 3 centimeter. Therefore, radius 3 centimeter. That is the answer. Then question number 7. Question number 7. Two concentric circles are of radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Find length of chord larger circle and it touches smaller circle. Then two concentric circles are of radius 5 cm. What are concentric circles? Two or more circles with different radii and the same center. They are known as concentric circles. There are two circles with the same center and they are concentric circles. The chord of first larger circle is the tangent to the smaller circle. That is AP. Then OM. This one is what? What is it? This one is radius of the larger circle, 5 cm. OM, that is the radius of the small circle, 3 cm. Therefore, radius of the smaller circle is the distance of center from the tangent to M. And the radius of the larger circle is the hypotenuse of triangle OMA. Therefore, this is the right angle triangle. Okay? Answer is OA is equal to 5 centimeter. OM is the radius of smaller circle, that is 3 centimeter. From Pythagorean relation, AM square is equal to OA square minus OM square, that is Pythagorean relation. That is equal to 25 minus 9 is equal to 60. Therefore, AM is equal to root 60, that is 4. Then AM is the half of the chord, therefore AB is equal to 2 AM is equal to 2 into 4 is equal to 8 centimeter. That is the answer of that question. That is 7th question. Then question number 9, 8th question. Question number 8. That is ABCD is a quadrilateral. ABCD is to circumscribe a circle. Prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. A, B, C, D, P, Q, Yes. Okay. That means ABCD is a quadrilateral and it is circumscribed with a circle. That means all the sides of that quadrilateral are the tangents to the circle. The center. Then join or this is the radial segments. We know that PB and PQ are the tangents to the circle from B. Therefore, we know that PB or BP is equal to BQ. Similarly, AP is equal to AS. And DS is equal to DR. CQ is equal to CR. Therefore, in this problem, we know that these are the results, they are known as tangent segmented. Clear? Okay. Then the next part of this problem will be in the next episode. Okay.